Hello YouTube, this is Astrid. I am doing this video based off of a response. Someone asked me a really good question and I thought I would put it on a video just in case there's others who are inquiring. This particular person asked how my husband and I are pagans and our kids are Christian, and how does that work and how did that come about. Well, my husband grew up with a Wiccan in his family, and so he kind of already knew what it was. He decided to go along a different path of Druidry because that spoke more to him personally. I myself, just like any other Wiccan, came across it and it seemed to fit me, and so I went with that. How my kids became Christian, they went to church with their grandparents and they liked it. I think at a young age it's easy to go into that because it's more glamorous. It's, you know, Jesus and God loves everybody, and the older you get is when the story changes, when God becomes more vengeful and angry. And that's when I change, because that's what happened to me. But pretty much in diversity household, you gotta remember free will. If you want compassion and if you want tolerance, you gotta teach them that by being tolerant and compassionate. You know, they also ask, you know, do my kids think about us being pagans? They're really young yet, so they don't really understand. They understand like witches and wizards from like the media perspective. And like when we tell them, they just laugh and giggle, thinking we're silly. You know, oh, mommy's not a witch, you're silly, blah 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 blah. You know, and that's about as far as that goes. Other than that, it's really, I don't think they understand too much more than that. But pretty much the biggest thing in the household, if you want to have tolerance and if you want to have compassion, you gotta give it. And especially if you want to teach them that, you gotta show them it by your actions. So that's kind of how we work in a diverse household. If they end up changing their faith, oh well. Not everybody can choose overnight what they want to believe in and what they want to practice, and whatever it may be. Some people may change it several times throughout their lifetime. That's fine, whatever works. It even states, you know, within the Wiccan Read and laws and stuff, everyone has their own path. One path does not fit everybody, and therefore you have to choose what works for you and the individual, and you gotta respect free will. And that's just a part of being a parent and working with diversity and religion in our household. A couple of the parents have asked me, you know, hey, we're having a kid, how do we do this and how do we do that when it comes to religion? And like I told them, it's a matter of free will. Support them and love them and educate them, but it's ultimately their decision, their choice, whatever way they go. And that's kind of how I try to raise my kids. So that's pretty much, I hope that answers your question on that. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask away. Feel free to comment, definitely. Once again, my name is Astrid. Feel free to check out my other videos or whatever. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.